For I cannot reject the calling of the Lord to be among the sinners. Can I get an amen? As in the book of Titillations, chapter 6, verses 23 to 33. And lo, the Lord called upon Phoebus and sent him among the wicked to bring his word to them. And the Lord sent him among the dens of evil, the back alleys and the speakeasies, the gin joints and the dives. And Phoebus asked the Lord, Lord, why must I convulse with those most devoid of morality? And the Lord saith unto him, to experience such things and report back to me what thou hast seen with thy eyes, heard with thy ears, and tasted with thy lips, and plowed with thy wand of magic. Must I do with all that is then offered in such wickedness, Lord? Asked Phoebus. Thou must and will, and report all unto me, all details, saith the Lord. But why, Lord? Cried Phoebus. And the Lord answereth, so that it mayeth be written down, and then shalt thou know what is sinful unto me. And I can also readeth it again many times whilst thou sleepest, and pass my long hours. But Lord, saith Phoebus, why should I staineth myself, who has been pure of body and spirit? And the Lord, who had become assured of patience, roseth his voice, and so that the hills did echo. Phoebus, you beginneth to pisseth me off, saith the Lord. Now go unto thy work, and report it back to me quickly, or thou shalt feel the zap of my anger on thy netherest regions. So Phoebus went unto the dens of wickedness, and did as the Lord commanded. He imbibed and fornicated, and was fornicated, until he grew sick and weary, until he could partieth no longer. And so he reported to the Lord of his itches and rashes, and drowned liver. And the Lord was become pleased, and said, now thou knowest sin, Phoebus, and know what to avoid, and to tell mine own people why it is a sin unto me. And make it sure that I am informed of all these sins, Phoebus, and their details from nowest on. For it is but boring as Lord, and I must be entertained somehow. And it was done as told by Phoebus, who went among the sinners and reported of their wicked ways to the Lord, and they were called sinners. Praise be the Lord! So like Phoebus, I reluctantly but obedient come among the sinners of this area, and see the wickedness the Lord did decry. And I say to you all, sinners, the Lord knows thy covetous and lewd ways, and wants them to be called out and brought to an end. Repent of your wickedness now, before the Lord curses thy netherest regions. Can I get an amen? This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout. Do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
And see it, you'll love it. And it's all done in the best possible way.
Hey, everybody. How are you doing? It is Friday. And once again, I am here semi-live. Hope you're all well. I'm well. I haven't had much of an adventurous week, so don't have a lot to talk about other than the 2 videos I posted. But before we do that, let's go ahead and start doing the hellos. And let's see here. I've been talking to a few people, but we'll give everybody the greeting anyhow. So we got Boxcar Jerry is here. Hey Jerry, how are you? We've got Bernie from Crossways Point Junction. Nice to have you, Bernie. I was actually able to watch a lot of your stream yesterday. Cayenne gave me a few breaks here and there. We have Darren Faulkner. How do? And Digger Evans is here. Honored to have you here, sir. Ben from Eagle Creek. Hi from H&H Express Model and Scale. Hello, hi, how are you? We have the man, the walking Wikipedia encyclopedia about trains and many other things. EFO is here, and actually, as soon as I remember EFO, I actually have a couple of questions for you. Joseph Agliato, sort of the chairman of the Knights of the Round Table, our sergeant at arms, let's call it that. Leslie Gilpin is here. Nice to have you. Andrew from March West Junction, another longtime friend. How are you? We have Mick, who I've been talking to from Edgeley Park Station. Great to have you. Dino from Model Railway Shed, who gave me a little shout out on his video today. Thank you very much for that. I'm very touched. New Durham Junction is here. Nice to have you in here. Mark from Stanover Model Railway. Tim JD, sort of the chief executive officer of the Knights of the Round Table here. And Tom Couples, the CFO of the Knights of the Round Table here. And let's see, a couple of people have just kind of popped in as I was saying hello, or at least I think, because my list bounced around a bit. And but I think I said hello to everybody that's on the list. There we go. Bang got your junction. Carl Brond is here. Nice to have you. It's always good to have you. Glad to see you around here. So that's. And Ray, there's Ray. Ray Bobel is here. Nice to have you, who put up a great video today. John Benicki just walked in. And I think I'm all caught up now. I think. Andy, the hot dog pilot. I'm sorry, I skipped over you. But no, I haven't. So, yeah, it's been a weird week in a lot of ways. One of them is my star is an ascendancy or something like that. I was mentioned in positive manner on about 5 or 6 different streams and videos people posted over the last 3 or 4 days. Basically all saying the same thing, how much they love the Friday live streams. Kieran is here. How are you, Kieran? So I'm very touched by that. It does. I will always be amazed that anybody wants to spend an hour or 5 minutes listening to me babble while I'm running trains. But that's cool. Otherwise, the big event was I put up those 2 videos called Moron with Miniatures. And again, guys, I don't really see myself as a moron, but I just being cheekish with myself and messing around. It was interesting. And the first video I didn't want to do, but I had to do it. And I had forced myself by talking about it on several live streams that I've got to do this. I bought these figures. I have not painted HO scale figures in close to 4 years. It started getting really hard, and I have a backlog of people I've been trying to paint. I have friends from Germany, students, and I've been trying to paint them, and it's just become really hard for me to paint. It's bad enough that things are small, and the thing is, even if I stick them under like the magnifying glass there, which I was using to paint, that doesn't help me with the woo. There's things when I finished the 4 figures before I posted the video, I was like, yeah, I did all right. I'm content. I know it's not my best work, but I'm content. For the first time in 4 years, grabbing paint and brush and trying to do some figures and color match and make them look more than just what gets rubber stamped out of China. But then I watched the video on my 75-inch TV, and I was like, oh my God, look at those hairs. Oh my God, no, how could I have posted that video? And then I did the diorama video, and again, I got a couple of people asking me, Dad, you're always hating on yourself. It's an issue. It's because I'm not in competition with anybody else, but I am in competition with me and what I used to be able to do. And it's kind of frustrating at times, and that I cannot do things on small scale to the quality I used to do. It really is kind of, hey, Raymond Legs is here. Nice to have you here, Raymond. And there is my buddy, Model Railway Fantasia. Mark, nice to have you here. And it's an issue with me. And also the fact that I had other things I could be doing, and I spent several hours putting that diorama together, and yet really just wanting to use scrap and just throw shit on the diorama and do it. Because the challenge was, I didn't challenge myself. A couple of people challenged me in the comment sections of the Advent Calendar videos and said, you really need to do something. People were coming up with stories, and I joked on one of my live streams before the series ended and said, well, the trick would be, can you do it with one diorama and incorporate all the figures? And somebody said, well, people tried to come up with ideas, and so he said, well, can you do it? And I sat there and I said, well, I've got an idea. Yes, I think I could come up with something to incorporate all those figures in one diorama. And in my head, I wanted to take 3 weeks and build it and buy a static grass applicator and really make it look good. And then I'm like, no, this is something stupid that I'm actually going to take apart and throw away. So I really did it as low budget, like my Matt Clark stuff. It's low budget. It's B movie grade work, and that's what I did. So I'm babbling, so I'm missing the conversation. Yeah, a lot of the cheap stuff, the Chinese, I forget what Clive at Newland Junction calls them, but the stuff from China, yeah, they're very random sized, and their legs are sometimes too long or disproportionate. And yes, and you can go back and watch my video on the cruelty of massacring people's legs. So anyhow, I'm just going back trying to scroll in the chat because I've been babbling here for a bit. Anyhow, so let's look at what we're running today. There are some changes today. The first thing is I do have a new camera, and I'll talk about that. But here are the 6 trains I'm running today. I've got the Austrian Railjet out. And making its first appearance in several months is the ICE-4. It was running okay, although the motor still makes a little bit of a sound. But it seemed to be running okay as long as I don't send it up the incline in the back. As long as it goes down that, it seems to have been running. Hey, Steve Childers, how are you? Nice to have you here. Have I missed anybody else? Then behind that, we got ICE4. We got the, I probably should point them out just for the, we've got, so this is the ICE4. We've got the IC2. Okay. ICs are recognizable because they're always white with the red line. IC1s have the control cabs on both ends. ICEs, I should say. ICEs, sorry, don't correct me yet, EFO. ICEs have the control cabs. ICs, so this is an ICE. This is an IC. ICs have locomotives. This is a Class 146-5 that's been redesigned to handle higher speed and the braking necessary to go with the higher speeds and the double stock wagons here. I am running the double-decker Regiobahn, so I've got a little bit of a double-decker theme going here in the middle. I'm running this is a Class 143 locomotive, and then I've got the metronome back out, and it is running with its Class 146.2. So this locomotive in yellow and this locomotive in white are basically the same locomotive, except the white one's been upgraded for high-speed travel. I pop that up. I will take that down. And then way in the background, so no freight today, I'm sorry. Way in the background is my Nordwestbahn diesel DMU Class 648. So there's the trains. Let's go ahead and get them in motion. And just hope everything okay, and then again, just bear with me. I'm getting everything in motion here. And that should be everybody in motion. And I will go to the multi-view real quick. So, you got a 184. Wow, that's a nice one, Raymond. Double-decker chocolate bars. Not familiar with that. Hey, Chris from Valleys 56 is here. Nice to have you. Welcome in, sir. Watching Gloucester Rugby. All right, Bernie, who posted a cool video of his trip to, oh, I forget the island archipelago we went to. Oh, Cabo Verde. Cabo Verde, as you're, it used to be Capo Verde, now you have to say Cape Verde, now you have to call it Cabo Verde because the people and the government say, don't call us Cape Verde, call us Cabo Verde. So anyhow, the other change is, as you know, I talked about replacing the 11-lane camera. So the 11-lane camera, the one I just started the show with, this is a new camera, and I hope you can see it's a bit crisper, clearer, sharper than the Logitech that was being problematic. So this is a much cleaner image, really lets you see everything. So this is a new camera. And as you can see, it's not flipping out, it's not acting up, it's not freezing the way that other camera was. Now I'll go back to the multi-view, which Bernie hates, but he's left to watch some rugby, so. Anyhow, so what I did was I took that Logitech camera out, and I moved it. I deleted it off my computer and I reinstalled it. And it is currently, where at? Oh, I've got one more train to start. Sorry about that. And sorry, guys, the Mallard is on an extended vacation until I get over my giggles with the LNER Azuma up here. I forgot to start the Azuma. I can't help it. I love seeing that Azuma. And I do look at the cameras while I'm running trains, not only to make sure the trains are okay, but because I love the views, which is why I have so many views. But anyhow, that camera that was the 11-lane camera is now in the upper right corner. This would normally be called the Joyce cam. This is the Joyce cam. Or the camera it's in the place where the Joyce cam was, and the Joyce cam is right here next to me, so that when Joyce comes in, I still maintain the original 11 or 10 train views and 2 additional cameras. I also am going to try to set up the GoPro and see if that works today, because it wasn't working. But yeah, I always have, well, now because of the floor, the one on the floor up in that corner up there. God, I hate mirror image this way. Actually, it's not mirror, it's reverse, so that everything would read naturally as if you were standing looking at me. But yeah, the up in the corner, there's 2 cameras, of course. There is the up the ramp camera, which you can see the rail jet is coming up the camera right now. I need to turn that a bit so that you can see the rail jet, because it kind of splits it there. I'll have to go turn that a bit. But maybe I'll just leave it alone today and mess with it before next live stream. But then inset to it is the floor cam. And again, I can take this floor cam and suddenly go, hey, there's the Azuma. There's that beautiful Azuma. That is a beautiful train, people. That is indeed a beautiful train. But anyhow, yeah, all these camera angles, which Bernie mentioned on his live stream, it's too many. He says, you don't know what to watch. Well, you pick one. Sometimes just pick a train and watch it go through all the cameras, or other times just pick one camera and just watch that for a while. Yeah, that's true. Alhagen is really splits between HO and TT. Now, only 2 of these cameras I have could broadcast in 4K, but since I only I do my live stream in regular high def 1080p. So to me there's no point. Like the camera above me, that is a 4K camera, but it records it broadcasts right now at 1080p. And I've got 2 other cameras. One of them can go to 2K, not 4K. It can go to 2K, half of 4K. Then I forget one more of these cameras. I think it might be that one is also a 4K camera. I could broadcast at 4K. I could do these cameras at 4K and live stream at 4K. My computer definitely can handle it. Yeah, Raymond, that's true. A lot of companies, Merklin does a bunch that are 1 at 93.5. But they always tell you. Merklin, Roco, Pico usually tell you that it's 1 to 100. But Merklin either does 1 to 95 or 1 to 93.5, and then they have a couple that are 1 to 100. But the Merklin ICE4 that I'm running today, that is 1 to 93.5. And their ICE3 is also 93.5. Hey, Christopher, nice to have you. I saw your picture of the Lancaster you were doing. I liked it in the black primer. That's cool. Almost like a stealth Lancaster. That was cool. Not all Roco coaches are 187. Not all of them. Hey, Chris Attrell, nice to have you here. So we got a Christopher and 2 Chris's. Yeah, it's running. I actually, what started with the IC4 run-in, let's go to smaller or bigger cameras and less chaos here. Let's go to some of the angles. What changed was I took the ICE4 off, I pulled it out with the idea of taking it off the track, boxing it up and shipping it off and having them rework the motor. And it started whining. The motor started whining going up the big incline behind behind my desk here. That big, because for some reason that's steeper. It says it's 2% grade, but all my trains treat it like it's 4% grade. And I have checked it. It's like 2.15 to 2.18% grade. Yeah, they did, EFO. I've seen the older stuff, but I also know, just looking at the catalogs over the last couple years, Roco will say 1 to 100 scale because Roco made a big deal of their rail-jets being 1 to 87. They made a big deal about that because the railjet is 1 to, it's my railjet here is true 1 to 87, but not all their rolling stock. Hey, Jean Ricard, nice to have you. And the cool thing about the ICE4 is that its lighting changes. You can have cool blue, cool white, and you can go to warm white. I just have to hit a button and it will change it. And so, where is that button? And there it goes. I should have done it on camera. But I don't know how well you're seeing from one of the angles there, but yeah, it still slows down. Now it is pulling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's at a 9-car consist. I've got the other 3 cars because they run as a 12-car consist. They tend to run as a 12-car consist, but I've got it as 9. And it slows down, but at least the motor's not whining. It did slow down going up that grade, but right now it's running about as well as it's run since I detected the problem and it started acting up on my layout. Oh, you had to work today. All right, Jean Ricard. Well, thank you for spending some of your time with us. But like Pico made a big deal because their ICE4 is true 187 scale. There it is. So now in these pictures you can kind of see that the lighting has changed. But I'm happy to be running it. I'm happy it is running at a good, it's not making any bad sounds right now. Agreed. Hey, Dwight Curley, welcome in. Nice to have you. Pull up a chair, sit down. So again, I didn't say I had a lot to talk about at the start, but I'll go back to multi-view here. But really, I guess I do, because the IC4 is out and running and looking beautiful. And I currently have on your screen 12 cameras. So we're up one because I replaced down at the bottom. You can see it's a new camera doing the 11 lane. That's a new camera. But the camera I took out of there, I deleted off my computer and then I reinstalled it. And it's actually in the upper left corner right now. This one here that I'll stick my hand in front of, that was the one that was the 11 lane camera, and now I put it at sort of what I always call the joist view. And then the camera that is the joist view is next to me right here. And then when Joyce comes on, I can just turn it around and Joyce and I would be side to side here. And I'd still have the 9 trains going. But, so 12 cameras if you count the floor cam with the Azuma going around. But going for the record, beep, beep, beep. I had this working. After I tried to get it working last week, I found out what the problem was. Because if you guys remember, we had an accident a couple of months ago where a car took out our power. Well, that reset the IP address into my computer. And my phone or the camera was on one IP address. And the computer was on the new one, and it has to read the new computer address for the streaming bit. So I sorted that out. So we should be good. Oh, well, it takes about a few minutes, but I forget where it's going to appear when I get it going. Yes, connect to that. That's good. The 5G works better. Hey, Boilermaker Rick, welcome in. You need to be knighted. So, I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. All right, Rick, Boilermaker Rick, you are now a knight of the rhomboid table. You may post links to your channel or anybody else's channel. It can be hobby related, any hobby. Doesn't just have to be trains. All right, let's see what happens. And so it just appeared over there. So what train am I going to stick it on? Here it comes. So I'm going to stop everything for a minute. Tim Wells, how are you? And did I see Lord Owl is here? And Nissy J just came in, but Lord Owl is here. Your lordship. Okay, so I'm stopping the trains for a second. I got to make sure I set this up the right way. All right, we're going to stick this on here and restart everything. Now, there is about a 2.5 second delay, but if you look over to the left, and I will, let me make sure it's set up, GoPro view. There we go. All right, so here's the GoPro working. It's been a while, but here's the GoPro. Hey, is my buddy Mark, Model Railway Fantasia, still here? I haven't seen him type since he came in, but I have been ignoring the chat really badly. And I'm going to slow him down just a bit, just so you get So, Lord Allen of Wiles. Well, I technically only have one more camera, although the GoPro makes it two, but the GoPro is... Oh, okay. I missed that. Thank you, Dino, for letting me know. I'll try to email him later. Oh, he was worried about that, too. He was hoping it wouldn't happen, but he felt it might happen. That sucks. And speaking of which, I gotta make sure I get the right one, but I think it was Malvern Junction. Hang on a second. I'm in a distracted mood, so you guys are just going to have to bear with me here. Okay, yeah. I got to make sure I get the right one. I posted a link a couple of weeks ago on the community tab page to about a channel called Malvern Junction. A really small channel, but a really nice guy, and he's really starting to do some cool stuff. Malvern Junction posted a video yesterday or late the day before. His mother passed away. So if you guys were not familiar, if you were familiar with Malvern Junction, then you probably know the situation. But the rest of you, if you guys could just, keep them in your thoughts for a bit. Malvern Junction's mother passed away, and so we just want to send out our condolences and sympathy to him. Our thoughts are with him. All right, John, you got to go home. All right, well, hopefully you can make it back. Hey, Greg is here. How are you, Greg? All right. Oh, so, yeah, I'm sorry I missed that comment where he said that, but because I wanted to give him some grief about trying to get me in trouble with ESU. I only said their carriages suck. I didn't say their locomotive sucked. I haven't owned a locomotive to say that. I would never say a company sucks unless I've had a couple of their product. And then I probably would say, hey, maybe they make great stuff, but I've had two. But yeah, ESU's Nahverkehr Endwagen carriages are lightweight, fragile, really poor couplers, which you can trade out. I just need to buy more. Speaking of which, I ordered all my C-Track, my Trick C-Track, so I can redo that floor display. Too many cameras, it's hard to keep track of stuff. But isn't that what Bernie said? Well, you can see over the rooftops of Delmenhorst. The Pink Hills. Well, hello, Camaro Wargaming. Is that Liam or... Thanks, Ray. Oh, thanks, Andy. Yeah, I'm thrilled to have it back, and the big thing is, with the new computer, it can handle the signal, so it's a much cleaner image, and it's smoother. It's not fritzing like it did. Ifo, I have two types of Märklin couplers. Do I have a sample of? So if they've released a brand new one, I haven't seen it yet. But here, I will show this to you, Ifo, and you can tell me what's up. Because I know it's been hard to get the one brand for a while, but if I can hold this up. Whoop, there you go. So there is the one coupler, the close coupler, and the one they often use as current conducting. And then you got the Relics or whatever here. So they have a new one I have not seen. If there's one different than those two, I have not seen it. Excuse me. I have not seen it yet. I just know that the short couplers have been hard to get a hold of. My shop's been out of them, and they're listing it as reservation or put on order. Hey, I see the plumbers here. Nice to have you. I'm glad you liked that I gave you a little air with your skateboarding there. Now again, I have done tricks like that where I will take, the hard clear plastic and I will cut thin strips of it and I can stick it in the ground and put a little glue dab, and I can make like planes look like they're flying. Like when I was doing basically Warhammer 40K, rather than use their stands, I would make really thin, hard to see, clear plastic little stands so things could fly. All I did was use a chip of that glass and pop it in. So it wasn't great. Yeah, Chris, I just noticed that. I don't know why either. Hey, Stefan! Skål! The Railjet and the ICE-4 are running today. And I have 12 cameras going, which is an all-time high. 12 cams. 10 too many for most of you, I know. We have up the ramp. And then station view. The village view, which is really looking good. Now that since I've uninstalled and reinstalled the one camera, this one is looking better. This is much clearer. And now you can get a close-up of the Railjet, which will block out the IC-2. But there we go. The bridge view. The 11-lane view. The Joyce view, as I always call it. And this. Back in the Bremen corner view, as I call it, and then the long view where you can see the biggest expanse of the layout. So there. Now this angle should have... Yeah, I forgot to install the microphone when I put this on earlier this week. That's all. Sorry about that. But now you should have sound. I forgot to install the mic. I plugged the camera in and then said, gee, I wonder what will happen if I take the camera I uninstalled and reinstalled it and got distracted and never went back to it. No, Raymond, you've been on here long enough. Hey, Ollie, nice to have you here. And then, of course, we have the floor cam with that gorgeous Azuma making its third straight week. Or are we on 4 now? No, it's got to be Christmas. Well, no, I didn't have it for Christmas. Oh, that's right. I did a live stream with it after I got it. The unannounced live stream, and then it was on last week's show and this week. So it's third appearance here. So the Mallard will return someday, but for now, I'm on the Azuma kick. I'm sorry, I love modern. I love the sleek rocket shapes. I can't help it. That is a gorgeous train, and I'm glad Joyce got it for me after telling me she didn't think I needed it. And don't worry. For some reason, whenever I switch to the GoPro cam, there's a couple of seconds of black before it gets the camera in. But there it is, and you can see the ICE4. I kind of like that angle, actually. Hey, Mason Dixon, how are you? If it were painted orange, would it be a Satsuma? Boo. Hey, Stefan, I got a new supercomputer over the summer. And I've slowly been upgrading the cameras. I've always broadcasted 1080p, but I've removed some cameras that were crappy and replaced them with new cameras that work better with Windows 11. And so, but yes, I mean, certain cameras are definitely looking better. The 11-lane camera down at the bottom below me, that is much cleaner and crisper. But even the camera it replaced, which is up in that corner, somewhere, is looking better than when it was the 11-lane camera. I don't know why. I uninstalled it, reinstalled it. It worked, and I like the way it... So I set it up here. It's right here now. I've got on a little tripod because I didn't know if I would keep it or not, but... Since it's working, I'll keep it there. So the camera I usually used to shoot that angle is now over here next to me, shooting a different angle. And then when Joyce comes in, I can turn that camera around on her. So we have upgraded some cameras, but also with the new supercomputer I got a few months ago, yeah, it's just streaming nicely. I'm very pleased with how the streams are looking. Sean Ricard, there's an easy explanation for that. The reason you only get looking left is because there's nothing right. You would be going along the wall. You know, 1/4 of your trip would just be a gray blandness. You would see nothing. And then another 1/8 of your view would be the wall and my cabinets over there, which might be of interest to some people with all my medieval and Lord of the Rings 28mm scale tabletop wargaming figures and my 3D printer, but you would not see layout. So there is a reason for that, Jean Ricard. I would love to put it on the front and do a front view, but I can get it on lane 1, which is the railjet lane, I can get it where it doesn't hit the station canopies, but it overhangs, and so when it goes in the curves, sometimes the camera tips. So I can't do a live stream with it doing frontal view. Yeah, Miniature Wonderland South America bit is amazing. I'm going to be seeing it in June. Yes. And if Jean Ricard's going to come down, he'll be seeing it with us. The problem is the interior lane, you would just get the same view. You would get the same view. It would still be, if you look the other way, it would still be looking at the wall, but you might see a train going by, but you wouldn't see anything worthwhile. Trust me, this was all tested by our research department and deemed the best quality for your money on this live stream. Because we work hard to make sure you get your money's worth on this live stream. The big thing, EFO, if you've been keeping it up, they are super close to getting the Monte Carlo, the Grand Prix of Monte Carlo going. It's all, I mean, they've installed the road, the track, everything. Now they're just going through the 2,000 micro errors that they encounter. If they wanted to just have the cars go in static circles on the loops, they could, but they want the cars to pass each other, to go into pit stops or whatever, and they want it random. And because of that, they've really had to do so much micro programming. It's amazing the last 3 years, 4 years they've spent on it. It's interesting because Garrett will go online and talk about how he spent 8 years working on this, but really I can find the first video where he talked about it, so maybe he was brainstorming it for 3-4 years before that, but it's been about 4 years that he's been actively working on it. Hey, did I just see Colwich Junction is here? Nice to have you here, sir. How awesome. There we go. Wiring a speaker into a Bachmann Class 20. I actually know what that looks like. The research department said, woof, 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 woof. That's my other dog impersonation. Definitely an antisocial type. Oh, it's too early in the morning for those negative waves, Moriarty. Why can't you dig how righteous and beautiful it is? Crap! Oh, you were doing another spy film? That's cool. I like your spy. He might be my favorite character. The cook is usually really good, but the spy just always has a notch better. I have watched Kelly's Heroes probably 100 times in my life, easily. It is my favorite comedy war movie. There are many movies that I have probably watched 100, 200, 300 times in my life. Kelly's Heroes is up there. Love that movie. Yeah, and I was gonna get that out for this stream and set it up over here, because I have the Lux wheel rolling road thing. But yeah, the Roco rolling road and add the cleaner element to it would be maybe easier than using the Lux one. Hey Darren, I haven't lost subscribers yet that I know of. I'm like Hydra. For every subscriber I lose, I gain 2. I've had a mini growth spurt. I was bouncing between 1398 at 1401, 1398, 1401, 1398, 1400, 1401, 1398, and then all of a sudden, over the last 3 days, I've gained 10, and now I was at 1412. I checked. Hey, Randall's here. How are you, Randall? All right, as long as it's still working, because I'll have to take it off eventually. Let's do... I mean, it's the same view all the time, but I always seem to turn it on right about here. But yeah, here's the GoPro again. So I am running... I don't know genre card, but Donald Sutherland is in a lot of my favorite war movies. He's in Kelly's Heroes. He's in The Dirty Dozen, which I love. Oh, this is a great view. Time out while I go geeky for a minute. That's a cool view. I love that. Reminds me of all the times going into and out of stations and pulling in next to another train. So there we go. And there's all the trains, but yeah, see, this is the camera that until last week was the 11 lane cam, and it was acting up, it was blotchy, it was freezing, and all of a sudden I disconnected, deleted it from my computer, reinstalled it as a lark, and it's working fine again. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I only hit him once. Clint Walker. But trying to stay distracted. Yeah, and she is doing great videos, Tim. The model kits, I haven't been commenting on them because I go back and I have to stream watch them. I see she posted one the other day, and I was like, wow. And then I went back and realized I'd missed like 4 or 5 of them. You got your Aurora Miniatures SD60. Oh, that's cool, Randall. I look forward to that review. And also, going back to finish that Donald Sutherland, I also love the movie The Eagle Has Landed, and Donald Sutherland plays the Irish villain working with the Germans. But that's the actor he is. Even though he's working with the bad guys, and he's a bad guy, he's kind of a bad guy himself, you like his character. His character in The Eagle Has Landed is so cool. Hey, Kiwi Dave is here. Hello, Kiwi Dave. Nice to have you here. I wound up trying to catch up with a lot of channels I'd fallen behind with, like Charlie Bishop, because I had not watched a lot of his videos, but I didn't have Cayenne on Tuesday, and I had to do some things, but I did have a little more time, so I caught up with him, and then a bunch of Rosie's videos I just haven't commented. Oh, the bit with the dogs. I have a story in my own life that's similar to that, but much easier to explain. You know, they would have burned you as, Michael Caine. You know, they would have burned you as a witch in the Middle Ages for that. Kai's awake and very happy to be here and very upset I took the phone to type. Hi, Kai! Opa loves you. How are you? Look, Kai, the ICE4 is running. And it's actually running well. And hello, my wonderful daughter, Lynn. And I don't know when you'll go get Chris. Or if you'll be getting Chris. My son-in-law, Chris. Love all of you. But I didn't want to put that camera on. I wanted to put this screen on. And that way you could still see the GoPro. The GoPro lasts about an hour and 15 minutes on the settings I have for it. There goes that beautiful IC4. That is a long train. Even at just 9 cars, it's a long train. Tim, I would be there in faster than you could create the channel. If you don't know by now, and why wouldn't you, I am a huge Middle-earth geek. I love all Tolkien's works. I am a huge Tolkien geek. I do hate the Peter Jackson movies, and I could do a 6-hour nonstop rant on everything Peter Jackson did wrong in those movies, because it's not the books. Not even close to the books. It's like he took the names of places and characters and the basic plot and said, okay, I know enough and I'll do this. Horrible. Eye candy, visually, they were stunning. Visually, he brought Middle-earth to life. But in terms of, and as a published writer, as a writer myself, when a director doesn't just take liberties with your work, but totally pisses on your work and decides they can do better, or thinks they can do better, then I have issues with that. And he did so many things that disrespected Tolkien's intentions with the books, and he got all the characters wrong. You know, everybody portrays Frodo as a kid, as a young kid. Frodo is 51 years old when he goes on the quest to get rid of the ring. He is middle-aged for a hobbit. 51 is like 40 for a hobbit. He's not a kid. And the other hobbits, ours would be equivalent of being late 20s. Sam would be early 30s in human years. Yeah, I don't have the rusted tanker out today. I'm not running any freight today. It's all passenger service today on Dodge Railways. Or maybe I should call it the Far to Go Railways. But then again, Far to Go are dead. So Stanley Steamer Railways. Hey, Kyle's here. How are you, Kyle? Nice to have you. Welcome in. Hey, Jackie. Nice to have you here. You still got that chest infection. Well, Jackie, maybe your infection's a bunch of pervs and they just like a chest. I make that joke with Joyce when she's got a chest cold. She doesn't like it either. I told her, well, if I were a chest cold virus, I wouldn't want to leave. Kyle, you're Kyle. I'm Anthony. We got to work this out, Kyle. You're Kyle. I'm Anthony. Hey, Bernie's back. How did the rugby go? There we go. We added that word good. That makes all the difference. Cayenne! Opa, 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 up, up, up. Trains go, 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 go. I'm a naughty person. I happily wear it. If you haven't figured it out from my Matt Clark series, I am or my behavior on Artie's live streams. I'm a foul-mouthed, dirty-minded person. I understand that, Kyle. I understand that. Speaking of Artie, he just showed up, and I'd even say his name 2 more times. I just said Artie once. Lost on the last kick of the match. Well, that's what my Cleveland Cavaliers did my Ohio State Buckeyes basketball team did. They lost on the last second shot last night. But yeah, so this is a first, a new level I've achieved. 12 cameras. No, 13 cameras going at once. The 9 main cameras, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. 13 cameras at one time. I was saying 12 all this time. 13 cameras. What sort of a moron maniac am I? 13 cameras. Isn't that the way it works, Bernie? A guy gets away with a dirty foul and then he scores the winning points or makes the winning play. Don't you just hate that? A baker's dozen. And Bernie here will tell you it's about 10 cameras too many. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, I really like to do... I'm waiting for somebody to make... Now, a guy I know has a pen camera that he could put on a flat bed and it would go through. But every time I try to look at Wi-Fi pen cameras I could use on my layout, they're the cost of a locomotive to get even a quality cheap one. They're the cost of a locomotive. It's like, do I buy that camera and pass on a locomotive? You count for it. Well, that's because I'm on this. I can go down to 1 camera, too. Let's go down to 1 camera. 3, 2, 1. There it is. The GoPro coming round. How are you? Hello, peasants. All right, Tim. Thanks for stopping in. It was great to have you here. Hey, Darren. Thank you for that. Have a good night. I enjoy your channel, and I hope you don't mind when I occasionally will now steal your greeting, because I do love that. I know it's a regional thing. That how do. Yeah, if I were to run it slower, it would look even better, but I have to run it at a certain speed so that my locomotive here can... You see, it stays clear in the far away shots where the background's not moving as fast, but when things get up close, it'll blur a bit because of the speed and constantly trying to refocus. Well, welcome, Jalen Baker. We need to knight you. And I declare you a knight at the round boy table. Oh wait, I can't do it from studio. Imagine what this would look like if I actually had a layout built. Imagine what that would look like if I had the layout actually built. But they're already... You'd have to take off your shoes and use your toes, but you can count 13 cameras here. An all-new high. Yeah, I fear what a drone would do in here. I would hit the ceiling with it, it would crash, mangle 3 trains, and I'd be the laughingstock of the world. Yeah, I normally watch, like, Bernie, if I'm in the living room, I'm watching your live stream on my 75-inch TV. I got a 75-inch TV because size does matter. Unfortunately, it's only in TVs anymore. I don't know. What's the most cameras Heath's done? Hey, Brian, how are you, sir? Great to have you here. I mean, it's the only thing in the world I would ever claim this, at least about YouTube and tech stuff. But I think I've always been ahead of Heath on cameras. I think I lead the internet TV world, model train world. I think I lead the internet model train world with cameras. If there's nothing else, my channel sucks, I have boring content, I don't have a layout, there's nothing else, I can at least lay the claim that I have the most cameras on a single live stream. And if that's something to be proud of, I'm a sad, pathetic person. Yeah, my grandson at times, although I think he's figured it out, but if I put myself on TV, he'll look up at the screen and then at me like, how are you here and up there? But then he understands TV now, so he knows, yeah, it's a video of Grandpa. You got Miami Vice on the big TV. I've got a 37-inch TV up here in the control area that if I'm working on my trains down here or running trains, I'll watch whatever up here. But then I've got a 28-inch monitor here and then a 24-inch monitor next to it. I have way too many screens here. Hey, Ray, I didn't hear about that singing offer. Speak of the devil. I didn't hear you. You mentioned you on TV, but you belted out a nice rendition of my favorite Bob Seger song. Hey, Andrew, we are currently running 13 cameras. See, I'm upping the game already. I'm currently running 13 cameras because I'm an insane idiot. I got the GoPro working. The ICE4 is working. Wow. I traded out cameras. So the 11-lane camera, those of you know the live streams know for the last few live streams, the 11-lane camera down at the bottom here, this camera, of course I switched to it right as no trains are in it, but the camera that did this angle was freezing up, acting up, and when it did work, it was flickering. So I took it out and replaced it with a new camera, which is gorgeous. This is a gorgeous view. And so it is a Nexico N60P. The new camera here is a Nexico N60P. So far, I have, 6 of these cameras are now Nexico, and I think they're all good. Let's see, this is a Nexico camera. This was my first Nexico camera. And then the camera right in front of me, the camera right here on my computer, that's a Nexico. I think the bridge view, this I believe is a Nexico. Let me check. Yep. That's a Nexico AF 330, 345, something like that, Nexico. So that's a Nexico, but this is it's still 1080p, but this is their cheapest one, the one doing this view. But it's still nice. You get the colors. It's still a cool camera. Now this is also a Nexico. This one is a Nexico, what I call the Joyce Cam. This is a Nexico. That's a little bit different view now, because normally this camera would be facing that way. It would be facing that way and doing that angle shot. But the old camera that I took away is doing that. This is also a Nexico. Well, it's going a direction, Jean-Ricard. It's going Steuerwagen first. Just depends on which way they're going down the line. But that's a Nexico. And then 3, 2, 1, GoPro. That's a GoPro view. I've still got a Polaroid. And somewhere in this house, we still have a couple of Kodak Instamatics that the kids never finished filling up the film. This abandoned station. So yeah, about half my cameras are Nexigo now, and I like them. Now, this one, the, what I call the long view, this is my one Logitech that's still working really well. This is it's a Logitech, is it the C? Which one is it? Yeah, it's the C90. This is a Logitech C90, and that's my only Logitech that's still working. The C922, well, I shouldn't say that because the C922 is the 11-lane camera that now suddenly is looking pretty good again. Go figure. Go figure. Email you the link to which one? Oh, Leslie, that's cool. That's not the right way, Jean Ricard, you stubborn mule. Hey, Clive is here. Hi, Clive. Nice to have you. The newest camera is... I would assume you can find it on... I bought it off Amazon. It's just Nexigo. Let me do something here. Do it again. Bow, bow, bow. Let me see if I can go to my Amazon orders. All right, and then, so this, I'm going to post this link. It's to the American Amazon, but it'll give you an idea. All right, bowl well. Maybe you'll throw another 300 or maybe at least a 275. Take care and thanks for hanging out, Ray. I appreciate it. I will talk to you somewhere later, somehow, someday. Oh, I'm sorry. I left the screen on the whole time I was messing around. My apologies. You're watching me go the whole time. Nothing like watching somebody scroll the internet. But yeah, that is, Bernie, if you're there, that is the link. That's the one that I just bought that is now this camera. Let's go the right way. That's this camera. Ooh, perfect timing. Gorgeous shot of that ICE4. Oh, let's go to the DB view. Catch it. Oh, but the railjet's in the way. Oh, I can't say the railjet's in the way. The railjet's gorgeous too. Two gorgeous trains passing each other. How about that? Only on this live stream. That's the ICE4. It's a gorgeous train, and I don't know how to say this without it sound like I'm being cheeky, and I'm not intending to be cheeky. I have watched about 5 or 6 reviews of the Acura scale, what is it, Class 92, the Caledonian Sleeper locomotive, which is a gorgeous locomotive, okay? It's gorgeous. And it's been fun to watch a lot of the UK guys with, you know, that get the digital version and making the pantographs go up and down. You know, you could do that. And I'm like, my IC4 has been doing that for 2 years. Yeah, Nexigo started as one of those, seems like one of those relatively cheap knockoffs, but they've actually grown into their own brand. And right now, I would recommend Nexigo cameras. Like I said, I've got 6 or 7 of them on the layout now, and they're all good. The one I'm speaking into is the same as the 11-lane one. Wait, no, it isn't. No, nope. It's this one and the Joyce Cam are the same. That's a slightly different one. That's why I bought it, so that it was a different code number than my other cameras. And then this is the Nexigo. This one is the Nexigo AF3 something. Again, oh wait, nope, I got that wrong. Well, no, it's the N660. The camera. Yeah, the camera you're watching below me, that is the N660. And then the Village View is a Logitech. This one's a old Logitech, I believe. Yep. It's yeah, I've got 2 Logitechs left on the layout. I once had 5 Logitechs. There he is, Lord Al. Wait, I'm sorry. Hang on, we gotta stop. Lord Al's in the house. Okay, we can resume our normal functions. He's now Sir Alan of Wiles, or Lord Alan of Wiles. Actually, he's Lord of something else, but I like Alan of Wiles. All right, Plumber, take care. Thanks for joining us and spending some of your time with us. He's Lord of 5 square feet. I'm just happy having 1 left and 1 right. Square feet would be really weird to walk with. So in honor of Alan, we are running 13 cameras today. Unlucky 13. We got the GoPro going. I changed out the 11-lane camera and then reinstalled it. And for some reason now it's working really nice up in the upper right-hand corner. Hoping Joyce will come down. Yeah, and yeah, Raymond, I have a philosophy, a very liberal philosophy, which is, you know, whatever floats your boat, as long as you're not hurting other people, do what you do. You know, no matter what hobby you're in, no matter what occupation you're in, I was a teacher for 36 years. And there were a lot of great teachers that never got recognition. And then there were the teachers we called the gold star chasers. They all wanted to be seen, to be known. And their attitude was, there's a right way to teach, and I do it, and everybody else should do it that way too. And the really worst of those would go into administration and become principals. You know, like, everybody should teach the way I taught. I would never tell somebody to teach the way I taught. You've got to be yourself. Some teachers are going to be cold disciplinarians. Other teachers are going to be jokesters. some cold disciplinarians are great teachers. Some cold disciplinarians are horrible teachers. Some jokesters were horrible teachers. Some jokesters were funny and great teachers. But you see this in every hobby, and in the model train world, we call them rivet counters. And the funny thing is, there are rivet counters who blast rivet counters. You know, I watch videos from some channels where they're like, and I know the rivet counters out there will not think this is correct. And I'm like, but you're a rivet counter. And I run what I run. I am, you know, it's why I call myself the outsider. There's a lot of reasons I call myself the outsider. But I've always been an outsider my whole life. But I am modern era. It's what I know. I love what I see other channels do. I love watching Moldy Raspberry with his Steam. There are guys that run diesel. You got Alan, who's got a great mix of stuff that's in here right now, Lord Alan. You got the American channels, the UK channels, the Aussie channels. And I just like to watch people that have fun running their trains without the judgment. You should run trains this way. How dare you run that train when that train, doesn't. You have the wrong consist on there. That train would have never pulled those cars. There are some of them. And it's okay. And here's the thing. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to watch a TV and going, that guy doesn't weather his trains. I'm not watching him. That's fine. That's cool. But it's when you start going, you have to weather your trains. Or you go onto your channel and go, if you don't weather your trains, you suck as a modeler. That's the issue that needs to be, along with just bad-mouthing other channels. Those are the two issues that we as a community really need to confront at times. Not every time, but at times confront and tell these people, back off. Because there are channels, and I know channels that started up and then quit because rivet counters came down on them a bit hard. Or they get overloaded by too many ideas and suggestions. Well, you should be doing this, and you should have a heritage line, and you should be... Just let the person explore. Let the person explore. But I don't sit technically in the middle. I am outside my layout. My layout goes this way, but I am not in my layout. So I am outside my layout. And Clive, I'm the same way. I've done it. I've said it on streams. I made a joke on Artie's stream. Oh my God, it was a few months ago. And somebody threw a snit fit. Because children might be watching. And I said, Artie's channel has an adult rating on it. If children are watching, they shouldn't be. Yes, I told a dirty joke. Get over it. Artie's the only one who can say dodge, lay off. And I have occasionally dropped F-bombs on my live stream. I try not to, but if it happens, it happens. It's just a word. It's just a word. Alan. Yeah, it's nice to see Andy is back with his, Merlin Andy is back with his layout because he really took a long time off videos and was doing those exhibition diorama builds, which were god-like. His last two dioramas that he did over the last year and a half on his channel, oh my goodness, were those gorgeous. And the worst thing is, 3 other channels I was following were also building dioramas for the same competition, and they were building also gorgeous. I don't want to judge those. I just want to give first place to everybody and walk away. Because don't ask me to tell this person, their diorama is better than that person's. All right, Kieran, you take care. Do I like crumpets? Hey, 156 Andrew, who doesn't like a little bit of crumpet, eh? Who doesn't like a little bit of crumpet? You have a shotgun and a backhoe. Like I am Yggdrasil. Oh God, now I'm the Norse tree of life. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Is your wife a sport? Does your wife like pictures? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Nudge, 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 nudge. The world hasn't become too sensitive. The things that offend have always offended. It's just the people that are usually, it's just that, let's put it this way, it was one-sided for a long time. A white comedian could get up on the stage and make fun of gays, blacks, everybody else, and nobody said anything. Well, finally we live in a world where people are like, you know, I'm a little sick and tired of the stereotype jokes. But if anything, we're less offensive. You can now say shit and so many other words on TV where you couldn't do that 25 years ago. Remember when, well, Americans might remember when South Park, when they finally approved the word shit for network TV after 10 o'clock. We all say it. We all do it. Why is it a bad word? You could say poo-poo, caca, doo-doo, but you say shit. Oh my God, you said a naughty word. Here's a favorite bit to turn this rant into a positive funny of what's offensive and what's funny. This is stolen a little bit from George Carlin. But here's the thing. For years on TV, you could say kill, 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 kill. We're going to kill him. We're going to kill him. And you couldn't say fuck. So here's what I want you to do. The next time you watch a war movie or an old Western, replace the word kill with the word fuck and the variations of it. Killing, fucking. Do that. The next time you watch, do that. So I'll give you a stereotype Western and I'll say the actual words they might say in the Western, but I want your brains to substitute the F word, the variations of the F word. Oh my God, Sheriff, it's Billy the Kid. He's come to town and he's looking for you. Sheriff, you killed my brother. Now I'm here to kill you. I'm going to kill you good, Sheriff. And I'm going to hang you from the tree. And I'm going to kill you again. And then all my boys are going to kill you. Yeah, and that was the funny thing, Leslie. We are behind. I remember a friend coming back from being stationed in Germany, and he brought home a videotape of commercials he recorded where, you know, 1980, 1979, and a woman, it's a commercial for washing a sweater, and she's wearing this like rainbow knit sweater, and she goes to the dryer or the washer, whatever it is. She's talking about, I use Parasol or whatever it is, Persil. Ich nutze Persil. You know, and she takes off her sweater. She's got these huge size D breasts, no bra, just hanging out there, throws it off, you know, and then the sign says 20 minutes later into the dryer, an hour later, and she throws it back on. Persil makes my sweaters nice and soft, and I only want soft things next to my skin, and it's hilarious. You can still not do that commercial in America today. But the thing is, we Americans, and I may anger a few of my Americans, but we are massive hypocrites. We scream at the thought of sexual innuendo or anything else, but we watch Burger King. You know, you can't say that. We're exposing our kids. But we have commercials from Burger King with Ronda Rousey with a big burger, juicy, slathering its barbecue sauce. Now, come on. Nobody's thinking eating a burger at that point. You know, we throw sex and everything into everything, but the minute you actually come out and say it or show it, it's bad. We're hypocrites about it. We're hypocrites about it. Steve Hughes is funny. Yeah, heart attack in a bun. Sadly, I still eat fast food. Even with all the weight I lost, I still eat. I just don't eat as much as I used to. Indeed, I know. Really, Raven? I didn't think so. Shocked. Shocked I am. Morally outraged and offended I am. Nobody is forced to eat too many burgers. That's right. We all do it by choice, Chris. You're absolutely right. We choose this. I've never blamed anybody for most things in my life except me. There are some things I blame my parents for. There are some things I blame where I grew up with. My fighter's attitude, my very defiant, argumentative self. Hey, Trackside Mike, how are you? So, yes, I'm celebrating. We got 13 cameras running today, including the GoPro. I've got my GoPro for the first time in, God, it's got to have been like 5 months, 6 months. I think this is the first time I've run the GoPro with the new computer. So that would be 7 or 8 months. It might be almost... All right, EFO, as always, thank you for stopping in. And sadly, I could not remember what I wanted to ask you. I'll post it on a video. Society should blame my parents. It is. That's why I like it, Bernie. Even more than like the cab forward views people do. This reminds me of riding on trains. Okay, not passing pink foam mountains, but like going into stations and things like that. And I even call this the passenger view. But yeah, what I'd love to do is build a frame around this and make it look like a window of a passenger train. They're a bit pricey everywhere. All right, Leslie, thank you for stopping in as always. So you take care of yourself and get some rest. Yes, I know about the Great Train Robbery. I have heard of the Great Train Robbery. Yeah, somehow OBS does have it. I just have to learn how to do it. What I really want OBS to do, or if it can do it, and Rick Bailey's not here to tell me how, Because he does OBS, but he runs it through StreamYard. The one thing StreamYard does that I like that I haven't figured out how to do with OBS is the green screen. The green screen background. You know, I would love to do green screens on these shots. When it's just me, I would love to have a green screen here. A little delay. Speaking of which, I wonder where Joyce is. This week, Joyce went back to work. She had not quite 2 weeks off, but she had students the last 2 days. She had to go back Wednesday for meetings and in-services, and then she had students the last 2 days. I don't know, Jean-Ricard. I just like to mess with the backgrounds like I do on Artie's channel. I could have my Velociraptor family right here. Indeed. Who says there isn't a pink foam mountain out there? All right, Ben, good night. And again, thank you for popping in. Well, I will admit, I don't remember when I started it, but it's been going for about an hour and a half, I would think. Hour and 15 minutes at least. A little late on that one. Back to Village View. I wanted to catch those two crossing. Well, let's go to the 11-lane view. Oh man, that is such a nice new camera. It really is much brighter. No, Bernie, I can't. Or actually, I lied. There is a way to do it. I haven't figured it out yet, but I would have to add you in. I would like to be able to. I know there's a way to do it. I haven't figured it out yet. That's why StreamYard allows you to throw OBS onto StreamYard, but I think you have to have their higher pay version where you can load your StreamYard in. Because Rick told me I was wrong when I said StreamYard doesn't let you do what I do on OBS. But I think you have to have a pay version. Now, to add people, you have to do it through a third-party system on straight OBS, because that's what I do. I do straight OBS, as opposed to taking OBS into StreamYard like some people do. But the funny thing is, this is the camera that wasn't working, and I took it out, and now it's working. It still has a little bit of focusing issues, but it's working much better than it has the last 2 months. So I don't know why. Ah, okay. It got fed up with the view. Just remember, Artie, this layout is not only protected by a 6'4" bit of a street fighter in his youth, it's also protected by a mad woman with an aluminum baseball bat. So you can give away my layout on your 300 sub celebration, but collecting it for the winner is going to be a problem. Newland! Clive! Ouch! Ow! Yeah, Dragon, wasn't that, Alan, wasn't that an amazing video by Jim, where he showed, even with the cordless motor, the difference the decoder makes as well. I found that really interesting, because I really thought just throwing in a cordless motor fixed a lot of that issue, and Jim was showing the decoder has something to do with it too, because what a difference with the cordless motor and the decoder. Because Jim already did the video where he showed the cordless motor versus the original motor, and then he did a video showing the two locomotives with the cordless motor, but the difference between the decoders. That was amazing. Hey, George is here. How are you, George? I've heard of that. I don't know all the specifics, Raymond, but I had heard of it just through American people and the American Museum. I mean, even if you don't like my current layout, Clive, there's a lot of potential. That's the story of my life. Ugly, but with potential. And you bought much uglier stuff that you said you're going to fix up and put on your layout. I'm mortally offended. Lord Allen and myself, because I am Lord Poddenhue, we shall go in discussion in the House of Lords and discuss your fate after that, Clive. Wow! Now, Clive, double whammy. You're in full snark mode today, man. You only wonder if Joyce comes with it. Now, the difference is, Alan has official documentation of his lordship. He's got the plaque and the certificate and everything else, the documentation of his lordship. I merely have reclaimed lands that my family were awarded by Edward I, but never were able to claim because William Wallace and Robert the Bruce happened. But I was at Stirling Castle and sat in the King's chair and made the proclamation, and so I've reclaimed that I am Lord of Poddenhue, and I believe it's Baron of Coldingham. Coldingham in American English, but Coldingham. Yeah, now Raymond, Joyce and I were at the Nuremberg Museum, so yeah, they had a bid on it at the museum. We were at the museum in 2017. Uh-oh. No, you can't come on the live feed.
Okay.
No, we match too much. Yeah. The camera that was acting up and so horrible,
Yeah.
I deleted it off the computer and then reinstalled it, and now it's working.
Nice.
So now you have this camera without taking away a view of, well, I mean, it's a better view, but now you're next to me.
Okay.
What I should do is like zoom it in.
Oh, yeah. Just
Oh, and the mic.
yeah, of course.
Hey, wait a minute. If I put this over by my layout, does that make this a trackside mic?
Okay, so hi everybody. Let's get that in there. And then hi Tom and hi Philip. Oh,
See, once again,
so hi.
Jean Ricard picking on me. He says I can leave and you can stay.
Oh, good grief. Hot Dog
Please
Pilot
leave.
is.
And we are offering to pay his way into Miniature Wonderland and grace him with our presence.
Hi Andy and hi Newlyn. Hi Artie.
Teacher
Hi
voice.
Carl. Hi Jean. Hi Andrew. Hi Lee. Hi Kyle. Hi Alan. Hi Edward. Yep, Trackside Mike. Hi Joseph. Hi Mick. Hi Mike again.
Heimlich is a type of locomotive. Hello, Mrs. Sir All. Mrs. Sir All. Mrs. Sir.
So hi
That would make her
Randall.
a lady.
Oh,
Andy, I know where you're going with that.
the boss is home. The boss is tired. Hasn't slept well this week. I'll get that there so it's out of the way.
Oh, I've got so much
March
stuff.
West
I
is
still
another
need to put
Andrew,
away.
I think. And if I'm messing your names up, just please excuse me.
Choo!
Yeah. So, yeah. brain's
Oh, the
going.
boss is home now. They think you're the boss. You're the banker. You're the CFO. I'm the CEO.
All right. So again, hi to everybody. I'm the CFO.
Is this a little bit like doing the register? Class list at the beginning of the school day. In the UK, that's called doing the register, where you read out the class
Yeah.
list. So saying hello to everybody is like saying hello to all your students. I gotta explain your UK slang or terminology sometimes.
Okay.
Jean Ricard, just stop! Just stop!
All right, I don't understand that. It's all right, Sean. As you know, I cannot project, at least in here.
Oh,
I project in my classroom, all right.
if you already heard, then I don't know. I don't know if you're watching this on your phone or something. Look on the layout and look what's running. You're gonna have to look around.
Yeah. Ooh, very stressed. Breathe. Okay, so we got doubles.
No, I'm not asking you for a theme. I'm just...
You got double days.
Okay, there it is.
Your red, white, and blue.
Okay, hang on a second. Gotta stop everything just for a second. Nothing wrong.
Okay.
Oops. Time to get rid of the GoPro. It died. There we go. All right, so now we're down to 12 cameras. How's that? 13 cameras. That was a new high. Okay, I think we can start everything back up. Okay. Yeah, the GoPro died, so I just had to take it off. And, I'll just take it off the screen now. Thanks, Andy. the ICE4.
Yeah.
It's running.
Sweet.
It did not like going up that incline, but when I put it on track 2 and ran it down, it's been running fine.
Great.
It's not running at scale speed as well, but it's running
Gotcha.
smooth and it's looking
Okay.
good.
Well, super duper. That's great.
I was hoping you would recognize the ICE4.
Oh, Anthony's fine.
You
He's
just don't understand me at my trades.
Oh, it's been beer o'clock for hours. I understand. I could do have one. Hi, Crossways.
That's Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie. That's right. Hi, Bernie.
And then he has a brother, Barry.
That makes sense.
Oh, I didn't show you his pictures. They went to Cape Verde, the island, the archipelago off of
Yeah.
Africa,
I
and
almost-
gorgeous pictures.
Faint right now.
You're fainting? Hey, Philip Page just came in.
Yeah, I did say hi to Philip. Oh yeah, it could
I've
definitely
been
be.
troublesome. Genre
Okay,
card.
So I'll call them. Let me just take it all away.
You're going to get another official wag of the finger. In fact, Joyce, would you give him into your camera a wag of the finger as well? He is being disruptive in class. He needs a teacher wag. And since I'm technically a
Who
retired
needs
teacher.
a teacher wag?
Genre card.
Oh, Jean, be nice, honey.
No, teacher
no,
finger wag.
Carlsberg, yuck. We don't like Carlsberg.
See, now he's starting with you.
Yeah, I did not like the Carlsberg. I like the... I like the Carlene, not
Really?
the Carlsberg.
That's your discipline in your class? Grr, 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 grr.
grr. Oh, no, I'm not going to win a chance. So, oh, my
Oh,
God.
that was,
Just leave me alone. So, no, I'm fine. I just decided, you know what? I better check those notebooks. Which takes about 45 minutes of class. The worse they are, the harder it is. The ones that get everything done, it's really easy to do them. Yep. The other ones, where's this?
Let's switch that back to cool.
I had to
blue.
re-glue
There it
some of the
goes,
crap
back
for
to
the
cool
kids,
blue.
and it was really hard. And I got the last one finally done, and the only one I'm missing is my
In
kid.
fact, my IC4 has
It was
4
so difficult.
panographs that go up and down.
He's
remotely.
autistic, and he's very, very difficult, and I didn't get his. I will try to get it Monday morning and get them all done.
Genre card is being, as the UK people say, rather cheeky today.
Oh, the Carlsberg elephant will get me going. So, I want to stop.
Oh, I can't do it with the beard and the mustache.
I didn't.
The elephant. Speaking of which, I need to trim. This,
Yeah.
The mustache has been pretty shaggy too.
Yeah, you need to trim. I don't like it long. The Fleischmann loco?
Oh, sounds interesting.
Oh, wow.
'Cause see, that's one thing.
Interesting.
I'm always a couple of years late. That's why I would like to go to a train show that has things, because I want to get some Era 6 Austrian EC cars. I want to get some Austrian, the red and gray, red, gray, and white. They're like, I want to get some OBB EC cars. I've got the Czech EC, but I want an Austrian OBB. I'm sorry, I want an Austrian EC. And I just keep hoping if I go to a train show, maybe I'll find them. But it's got to be Era 6. I can find them in Era 4 and 5, but I want Era 6. I want the newest iterations, the ones we saw in Germany in 2019. Yes, I'm sorry, Jean Ricard. I've been distracted, and you've been so mean to me, it drove it out of my mind. Yes, we did watch it. It's really cool, but yeah. The problem is, Jean Ricard, what I did is after about 3 minutes of watching the video you linked to me, I went and watched I followed the link in that woman's street video and watched the original, because I could not stand listening to her. That she reminds me of too many YouTube influencers, and oh my god, I just
Bye,
after
Kyle.
3. All right, Kyle, take care. Try to have a good day at work. I wanted to
Oh,
to
go
reach
for
through
it,
the
Andrew.
screen and throttle her. Oh my god! So yeah, but it was very cool. She was just a YouTube influencer. Wasn't even so preachy. It was just the either real ignorance or the
Grading.
fake ignorance.
Right. Just grading, I think
Look
is
at
the
these
better word.
people. Look at these people. Well, personally, I think it's cool.
Yeah, go for your Friday joke.
Oh, thanks, Artie. Yes, yes. By the way, we'll take a Saturday joke too, a Sunday joke.
Yeah, go for it.
Any day of the week joke is fine.
Sure.
The days of the week don't mind if you make fun of them. This is no social crisis. This is you having fun. No, getting burned by the sun. This is true.
I'm kind of hangry.
This is no social crisis. Just no tricky day for you.
I'm on my diet. I'm hungry.
I love that song. Probably my favorite post Keith Moon song by The Who.
Gotcha.
I mean, I like You Better You Bet, and I like a couple other
Y'all are
songs.
doing so good with these likes. If you would like to hit us, get them up to 40. If you haven't hit the likes, that would be fabulous.
Go
That's
for
my
it,
Daisy
Daisy.
voice.
Riff Tracks, another. I gotta go in there and turn off. Thought I turned off notifications.
Yeah, because they got another one coming up. Huh?
Yeah, I occasionally look on eBay and don't find them, but like Rocco released a set just 3 years ago, and I thought there was something that even Merklin had a set like 5 years ago when I first got into the hobby, and I could just get basics, but I do want Era 6, so it'd be, you know, post 2005, the current models, because I've got the Czech EC and I want to have an Austrian EC. Anyhow, Philip Page, I didn't ask, how are you doing, sir? It's nice to have you here.
That wasn't what I tried typing. This is my
Be
favorite.
careful, Artie doesn't like it when he's in a room with people and they're on their phones.
My siblings are typing.
They're up to their nefarious plots.
No, they're talking about, you know, as y'all know, we lost my brother. But you know, he was single, never married, no children. So all of his money is coming to us, split 5 ways. And it was a big family. So the first thing that's come through, he had basically an IRA Fidelity account. So we're kind of figure out what to do with it. You know, how you get it and where to put it and all that kind of crap. I emailed my 403 guy and he hasn't answered me.
Have I ridden on one? Not yet.
And you guys are talking trains, which is fine. Trains are fine in a train shed.
Jean Ricard, did you, like, get on your bus at work and some kid had some Hot Wheel cars and he left them in, and you didn't notice and you sat down on one and it hurt your bum, and when you picked it up it happened to be a Dodge car that you feel the need to be so aggressive to the Dodges here today?
Oh, why would we? An Austrian EC. Oh.
No, we haven't ridden on one.
Yeah. It's just when he does. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't like people on their phone when we're eating either. You kind of tune them out. But, we made that a family rule at the dining room table. I think it was just one of those understood ones. And then someone comes over and it's like, they missed the unwritten cues here.
Oh, wow. I don't even look at Helgen stuff. Hellion. I'm sorry, I should say Hellion. Jean Ricard, you're talking to the woman who bought me an Azuma.
Oh, it has to be an inherent. It has to go to an IRA. It can't go to my 403B apparently. The only one I know who's kind of got an IRA set up is you. And I'm sort of thinking maybe just cash it out and take the tax.
I'll have to look at that. When I look at Lipa, I just look for Roco. Really, I'm down to Miraklin, Roco, and if I'm looking at locomotives, I'll include Brava. And I will look at the Pico catalog. Like, Pico has already released its new catalog, the 2023 catalog. And the thing is, it covers everything from last year and this year. Anything that they are releasing into the next year. So it's kind of hard to see what is brand new. But I'll buy rolling stock from Pico, but I will only buy their higher end, even though they've changed the nomenclature, the way they do names. What used to be I won't buy anything that's hobby. That is what they used to call the hobby level. From my German friends, Raymond, from my friends in Germany, Hellion normally has a really bad reputation. Now, I like their model buildings. Old ones that I could still find. But they, among the people I used to talk to on the Miraklin forum, and that Hellion usually has a relatively low opinion. Oh, I have all the NASCAR Dodges except the Cat 22. I've got the 22, but not the Cat 22. That was the thing. When Dodge re-entered NASCAR, I bought every variant of all the NASCAR Dodges. Yeah, well, my train is their kiddie one. So I don't even count that. But you got Hobby, and now they're calling it Classic Nostalgia because it was Hobby, Expert, and Collector. There was Hobby, Expert, and Collector. But they did just change it. They got rid of the, quote, Collector. Now it's what, Expert Plus now? But for the first few years I was in the hobby, it was, the My Train. Well, even My Trains wasn't around then. My Trains is relatively new after Miraklin introduced My World. But you had, Hobby, Expert, and Collector. Yeah, Andy, it's, I take the wise words of Alan Wiles. He says it takes at least 6 months for retirement to kick in. And to be honest, even though I've been retired since June, I really have only been retired since the middle of August. Because that's when Joyce went back and I didn't. So it's new to me, and it does feel odd. There's no other way to put it. I love the free time. I don't miss work at all. Mm-hmm. But I have so many projects, and I'm overloaded. Like, I should be doing this. I should be doing that. I should be doing... But
so you gotta figure out,
I get overloaded, and I need to focus on one.
Focus on one.
You thought I was 21? No, that might work with Joyce, but no. No. I'm 21 with 37 years experience. It's been, because and the thing is, I developed the routine, and then winter changed it. Like, I was getting up every day with Joyce. I would go out and ride my bike 5 to 7 miles. I would clean the house on the days I wasn't watching Cayenne. And then I would watch the YouTube and catch up on all the YouTube videos. And then the goal was to come down here and work on the Power car system, which I still haven't worked on 4 months later. And
you better pick a weekend.
but I've had other things like, for example, the Matt Clark stuff. And sometimes something comes up, and it's not necessarily train or hobby or you guys related, but I got addicted playing a computer game that I love to play. That I wanted to play, and it's been out of print, and I got it on Steam, and I've been playing it for hours. It's a medieval war game called A Stronghold and Stronghold Crusader.
Oh, Gruscott.
Gruscott. Hey, Damien. Guten Abend, willkommen.
You know Damien X? Damien Day X? That one you know? Alright, apparently does. You are now part of the Rhomboid.
Sie sind Mitglied. Sie sind Mitglied. The Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Not Round Table, Rhomboid.
Rhomboid.
Rhomboid Table. Knights of the Rhomboid Table.
Season 3's gonna be a little late, I think.
Yeah, normally season 3, season 1 started middle of June, season 2 started middle of June. January, yeah, I'm sorry. Season 1 started middle of January, season 2 started middle of January. Season 3, February at the earliest. I have kind of, I pressured myself to get the Christmas special done, and I've got the basic plot, but I have some huge plot issues that I have not been able to solve.
Y'all be nice with these ages here. That was my Southern Toledo accent.
Yeah, Damien, everybody is a moderator so that you can post links to your channel or any other channel you like that you think people, and it doesn't have to be model train related. It can be comedy related. It can be any kind of hobby related, whether wargaming or what have you. Just as long as it's, nothing too obscene, off the wall, and we do not talk politics here. We occasionally get onto topics that could go into politics, but we nip it in the butt real fast. Well, we just talk about everything
That's how we all remain friends. It turned Spanish, everything was mañana. And trains happen every now and then. Trains run.
Well,
and
we always have
sometimes
trains running because I am a model train channel.
You
but
missed
really,
about 10 minutes ago
I'm a model
lot
train
of train
comedy
conversation.
channel. And
Yes,
then
it's very much a comedy. And I'm just the eye candy, I guess.
You're the eye candy, yes.
Right. So hi, Valley.
2 large whoppers. Chris.
Yeah, hi, Chris.
Well, we can do that.
You think so?
George, you're just full of complaints, aren't you? Let's go to that. We haven't done the floor cam in a while.
Jamaican everything, banana.
Where is it? Floor cam. There it is.
I like
Floor
the
cam.
German
There.
banana.
There you can watch my Azuma.
Yeah.
Now, see, the Azuma is a UK train, and it's DC, so it can't be on my AC 3-rail American layout. It has its own little layout.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't subbed to Philip, do it. He's got a great channel.
Everybody here has a great channel.
Well, that is true. Everybody has a great channel.
Subscribe to everybody
That
here.
doesn't sound as special. But if you kind of check everybody out that's consistent or new, I should stop talking. You all know what I mean.
But if anybody's near a milestone, post your milestone, and maybe we can get you over it.
Right, yeah. If you're under 100, or you're trying to get 500, or you're just shy of your 1,000.
We're trying to get Joyce to 100. She's a ways
We're
from
good
it.
to that, yeah. I don't know, it's 67 or something.
I think you're
Last I
right.
saw.
You are...
I post so little.
You are very, very curiously stuck on 69. You have 60.
All right, guys.
You hit 69 subs
All
and
right, guys.
stopped. Yeah, now the teacher voice is coming
I
out.
think you're going after something there, fellas. Oh, Raymond, it's always something. Just do the best you can. So Philip's trying to hit 500. Andrew's at 100. Trackside Mike's at 400.
See, and all these people who
Thanks,
actually
Mike.
do things.
Yes, I don't do much. Every now and then I get an inspiration, but it's not much.
The last year, the last 13 months, I've gone from 950 subs to 1,412, which was a pretty good growth year. That's
Oh, let's get Trackside Mike up to 400. Yeah, already up to 300. We can do it. And Edward's at 350. Newland, we can get him up to 500. Let's work together.
well, not with everybody here.
You're right, not everybody here. Most of you are subscribed to each
Wait,
other.
what's
I
that song?
think.
Let's work together.
Yeah, I think most of you are just subscribed to each other. But anyway, a little rah-rah. You'll have 71 soon with an extra 2 watching, maybe.
But yes, it's funny. Your channel is at exactly... Oh, wait, we're watching your channel.
Yeah, it's to say, you should be at my channel.
Yeah, we're watching on your channel.
Yeah, don't I have a head page here? It's usually on.
Well, you're watching mine, but you're watching my stream, so your banner won't be there.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's not leave that. Okay. You're so
Yeah.
clever.
So yeah, 69
Yep,
subscribers.
69. Woo!
Should I post?
And, you know, we had our outtakes, which isn't exciting, but it's kind of cute.
There. There. Joyce has posted her link.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I've seen the Cup Bus 218, and I've got it myself. Although it pulls my IC1, but yes, the IC Cup Bus has pulled that 218 has
Thanks,
pulled
Andy.
a lot of different ICs.
Oh, Boilermaker Rick is going for 50. That means not all of you are in there, I don't think. So we could do that. Oh, thank you, Andrew.
Joyce doesn't post often, and
They
she
don't post a lot. And yeah, I know you are, Philip. Thank you. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just need ideas. And since it's really
All right,
on
Andrew, thanks for
the
hanging out
train
with
world,
us.
I'm a little limited to what I can do. Yeah, that's nice. Sweet.
We just try to get
54.
people there.
That's right. It's
People have
just-
helped me. I was stuck at 950
Oh,
forever, and then Alan gave me a Christmas shout out,
And then
and I
Alan-
went to 1100. And then somebody else gave me a shout out, and I went to 1200. And then I got subs the wrong way. But I considered it blood money. But I yeah, I
Thanks,
posted a certain channel said something unpleasant about several channels, and a friend and I posted angry videos about it,
Great,
which went
thanks.
viral, and I gained like 200 subs.
Yeah, it was really bizarre. It was just like, wow.
And most of them stayed.
A lot
That's
of
what I
them
find
did
interesting.
stay. I mean, they really discovered Anthony, and they were happy to do it. Not all of them, of course.
Yeah, it is, Damien. I love it. In fact, if you had come last week, I had the 218 running last week, pulling my IC1 set. Let me see. No, because the camera that would have shown it is the one I turned on you.
Oh, you can turn it back.
Well, I could walk over and get it too.
Well, there's that.
But yeah, I run, Damien, if you are new to the channel, I run Era 6, German, Austrian, and Czech trains.
Thanks, Randall. It is a little maddening that you lose them and gain them, and it's like ping pong.
Well, it's a new high. 69 was a new high, but it just hit 69 like 3 weeks ago and stayed there.
Oh, Lindy's in here.
She was.
Yeah.
She probably went to get Chris.
Well, why would she have the car?
Oh, then again, he would have had the car and come home. Okay. I'm
Get
not
your car
thinking.
back, Slide.
Not thinking. Well, you could say hi to your grandson.
Kai Kai. Oma loves you.
But yeah, my channel is an eclectic channel. I don't do anything of high quality. I've got gorgeous trains,
Great.
and I have a big table, which Clive will tell you is ugly. No,
Well, that is probably true. For 1.5 years, so you found them some other way.
Oh, okay. Just had to. So, yeah, I just,
That's probably true. It did sound a little weird, didn't it?
what?
It was both what? The weird sound on your track. Buzz.
Yeah, that's the ICE4.
Yeah.
But actually, I didn't hear
Snake
anything.
in it.
I turned because I saw it going up the ramp slow. Now it's almost 6 o'clock, so it's time
My
to give
thing
him a
is
rest
to
anyhow.
speed them up.
Yeah, see?
Oh dear. It looks great.
It's a gorgeous train. I love it. It's just the
Yeah, the
motor's
lights
going
aren't
in
on
it.
on this side, but
And that was one of the problems they had with it, why they delayed it.
yeah. Oh, that's for refund.
But, yeah, the
Well, and just for the record, Anthony co-hosts Artie's Saturday night show, so if that means anything to you.
yeah, this is the guy that was upset about the
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm Artie's co-host. Usually, I can't be there every stream. Sometimes things come up on Saturday.
Right, and so that's so weird with you think you subbed to someone and it's gone, and then we don't know why we lose them, and then you don't know why you were lost. So YouTube.
YouTube. Blame it on YouTube.
Women on YouTube. Speaks a reasonable English. Oh, Jean.
And Jean Ricard, we allow you in here because I have a soft spot for Danes.
Indeed. And let's face it, we are somewhat amusing for you. And you take great joy in giving Anthony a hard time.
Yeah. I mean,
Diesel brake
when you
tenders?
think about it, we need to kick them out. Why do we keep them around?
Because we're nice.
Well, he had-
I called my students out on that today.
Did you?
I did. Okay, are nice people nice all the time?
Damien,
Not just nice to certain people?
the first 6 years, the first 6 months I had the ICE4, no. But the motor is going in it. It was acting up, and this is the first time I've run it in about 3 months. And it's been running great, but the motor is starting to sound a little.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you need to talk to American then because it's their train. Yeah, that thing was delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. It was painfully delayed. Yeah, I agree with that. You gotta watch a few sometimes.
And
Are you saying it wouldn't be up so high? Well, hi, Outlaw Railroad. And Happy New Year to you. Yeah, with the old Miracle motors, indeed. It's like UK trains.
yeah,
Hey,
you
no,
can-
it's a big
you
problem
hear
with your
just a little bit.
trains. It's the train drivers we had problems with because they kept going on strike. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm getting it. Doo-doo. Okay, it is almost 6 o'clock. So once again, it is time for
You're hurting my feelings. Are you getting that old?
yeah.
Dang. I'm an old man. So anyway,
The one with the
Joyce, the MTO, outside misses. Because
Yeah,
that's
the-
how you all know me.
Joyce dodged the MTO misses. The misses.
The misses. I've been that way for a long time. So anyway.
So anyhow,
this is
until
on a
next
diet,
Friday,
I'm
although
angry.
should be an arty stream tomorrow night.
Good.
We're gonna say our
Appointment
usual.
in the morning.
You gotta get up in the morning.
No, not too early.
Okay.
It's at 10:30.
We're gonna say Auf Wiedersehen
Cheers.
and happy trades, everybody. Take care. Thanks for
Bye.
joining us. See you next time. Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Click. Stop streaming. We're still streaming while we